What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And One Piece chapter 888 just released, and oh my god, like, this shit was actually amazing. We finally got to see that stuff with Kara and the full moon stuff, and we actually saw her transform into the Mink's secret form called Ceylon. And if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, this is nothing like what I expected. I expected this to make them all big and grotesque, but no, like, this makes her look grown as fuck. Like, Carrot Loki fighting for best girl right now, for real. This shit's insane. Like, her character design is so amazing. It looks so dope how she jumped off of the ship and she somewhat flew over the ocean and then landed on that Fuku ship and started tearing up everyone. Like, that shit was insane. I guess this is just me throwing shade to everyone that was saying, oh, we don't want Carrot on the crew, we don't want another useless member. Like, no, this girl seems like she can actually fight. And I mean, you guys should have already known this from way back when we saw her on Zoe and how she was clashing with Zoro so easily. Like, this girl isn't a scrub. I low-key want her on the crew just so I can see more of this. Like, bro, I can't explain to you how dope I think this is. I understand that this was the chapter to hype up that form because, like, we had all of these fodder people mentioning it like they've heard about it for a while, like it was some urban legend of some sorts. We had people saying, oh, she's a warrior of Zoe, she's on a whole nother level. So yeah, the purpose of this chapter was to build up her hype, in my opinion, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm hyped for it now, so yeah. But let me quickly go back before I start losing myself in that whole situation. At the beginning of the chapter, we also got some more Luffy versus Katakuri. I guess you can call this round 2 or 3, I don't know what we're at now. Yeah, we got more Luffy versus Katakuri stuff, and I like the dialogue between them. You've got Katakuri on his side, who is completely confident in his abilities, asking why the fuck Luffy came back in the first place. Like, did you come here to die? Is this just your pride, or do you actually want to join us? And then you just got Luffy outright telling him that he wants to win. To be honest, I was kind of surprised that Oda gave us more of this Luffy versus Katakuri stuff so soon. I expected him to leave it out for a couple chapters, like maybe 1 or 2, and then reintroduce it later on down the line when things started popping off on the outside as well. But I kind of like the way he's doing it now. Like, he's giving us bits and pieces each chapter, so we don't have to wait too long for it. But who knows, maybe he just wanted to show us Luffy getting back into the mirror world, and then he's going to divert away from it for the next couple chapters anyway. So yeah, either way, I'm happy we got some of it this chapter as well. I feel like one of the most interesting things that were brought up this chapter is Big Mom herself, and the fact that she seems to be, I don't want to say weakening, but she's getting skinnier, and in her mental state, the rest of her abilities aren't working anywhere near as well either. Like, we saw some cannonballs with faces on them, so I'm assuming they're homies, of course, and they're not able to shoot at the range that they used to be able to because Big Mom isn't in the right frame of mind. And if we take a look at Big Mom's actual character design this chapter, she looks way skinnier than she did before, as if she's sort of burning off all of this fat from running around in these cities rampaging all of this time. So yeah, it will be pretty interesting to see what comes from that. I was thinking something like this last chapter as well, because it was kind of weird to me that Big Mom was really fat as a child, then she got really skinny in her mid-ages, and then just suddenly became fat again. People were telling me it was nothing too weird because when she was in her prime she was just working out a lot more, but I still found it weird because this is a woman with an eating disorder. She's had an eating disorder all her life, so for her to suddenly be skinny even while still having that eating disorder was kind of weird to me. So I'm interested to figure out whether this is actually a thing, like whether there is a reason behind this as opposed to it just being her in her prime. I wonder if this is actually a direct correlation to her durability or her strength or whatever, but I guess we'll just have to find out as the arc progresses. So on top of seeing Daifuku and Smoothie again, we were also introduced to the 26th son of the Charlotte family, Charlotte Bravos, who looks like some sort of boxer. I wonder who he's going to match up against in the final confrontation, and if so, how strong is he? And I do think it was cool that we saw Daifuku again, because I have been wanting to see a bit more of him during this arc, because I feel like his power is really unique, and I do want to see more of it before we leave the island. And yeah, I would like to say that it's good that we see Smoothie again, but I would really like to see her doing something the next time we see her, instead of just reintroducing her chapter after chapter and just having her do absolutely nothing. Seeing as Kara ended up on Daifuku's ship, she destroyed the helm and everything, I wonder if we'll get a Carrot versus Daifuku in the coming chapters. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this chapter. Like, as I said before, this Carrot transforming stuff was really amazing to me. Like, this was hype. I really enjoyed reading this, and I really do want to find out more about this Ceylon form. And I'm also pretty hyped to see if Peckham's actually transformed as well, and if so, what does his new character design look like? But yeah, I look forward to seeing more minks do this in general, because it looks like it gives them a really big buff power wise as well. Like, I can only imagine what it would be like if Nekomamushi and Inarashi started doing this shit. Like that's gonna be dope as fuck. I can't wait to see more of them in Wano. But yeah, overall I rate this chapter a 9 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already for more of that One Piece greatness. And I'll see you guys in the next video. One.